The Cayo Perico Heist is the best thing that's ever happened to GTA Online, and if you've been hesitant until now to jump into the game, I think it's safe to say that with this update, it's the perfect time to seriously give it a shot. Pretty heavy statement, right? After all, GTA 5 has been around since 2013 and will soon span not one, not two, but 3 generations of games. Its online component has been around for just as long and has received regular updates over that entire 7+ year span. So what exactly is so special about this Cayo Perico Heist? What makes it so great? Why should anyone who never played or was at some point turned off by GTA Online in the past jump into the game with this update in particular? Well, simply put, this is the kind of content update I always wanted from Grand Theft Auto Online. Yes, it took 7 years for me to get my wish, but it's finally happened. Ever since GTA 5 first launched, there was the promise of new DLC directly from Rockstar. Well, at the time that was supposed to be single-player DLC, but sadly at this point we all know that dream is dead. GTA Online ended up taking over the world and propelling a game that was already great and sold a tremendous amount of copies to another level entirely. An unparalleled level reached by pretty much no other full-priced game on the market. But even before that success, there was reason to believe DLC for GTA Online could go in a number of exciting new directions. Obviously, new stories could be told that take place within the established world of Los Santos that we're all familiar with. But many of us dreamed even bigger. Surely we'd be visiting the neighboring cities of San Fierro and Las Venturas at some point, and fleshing out San Andreas as a whole. Maybe we'd even visit Vice City or Liberty City, or hell, an entirely new location. Visiting the far-off state of North Yankton during GTA 5's main story certainly planted that seed into our heads, and after the incredible success of GTA 5, there was reason to believe Rockstar would go all out, supporting the game well into the future with exciting and engaging DLC. You'd think this game would be getting the best damn content updates in the entire industry. Content updates worthy of the GTA name. Top-tier polish, storytelling, mission design, and characters that only Rockstar Games could provide. Instead, looking back on GTA Online's history after 7 years, it's felt more like Rockstar has done the bare minimum over all this time when it comes to the game's content updates. Small updates that generally revolved more around expensive new properties being sold to players over the authentic story-based content GTA fans had come to expect. Actual proper GTA-style missions with cutscenes and voice acting were few and far between, and even when we did see those, much of the time the missions themselves were incredibly simplistic and straight up unimaginative. The only real exception to this over the years were the heists. Heists played a very important role in GTA 5's story, acting as the climax for major story moments in the game. They were meticulously designed, required players to complete a number of prep missions that just raised the excitement for the big finale, and allowed you to tackle the heist itself in a number of different ways depending on the choices you made. Amazingly, GTA Online players had to wait until 2015 for heists to be introduced into the mode. Unfortunately, it was telling that something so key to the GTA 5 experience took this long to be incorporated into GTA Online. Heists absolutely should have been in GTA O from the very beginning, not only considering their role in the main story, but specifically looking at the structure of GTA Online. Until December 2020 with the Cayo Perico Heist, GTA Online heavily encouraged players to play with other players to truly profit and experience the best the game had to offer. As interesting and fleshed out as these heist updates were for GTA Online, the only way to actually play through and complete the big finale itself was by finding a crew of 3 other players. Playing through the heist solo was simply not an option, which means solo players couldn't even access the best content in the mode. What's worse is the lack of great money-making methods in GTA Online. Completing a heist finale was by far the best way to make a big chunk of cash, but if you were primarily a solo player, you were simply out of luck and had to figure out another way to make cash, or spend real money on those sweet, sweet shark cards. Now, with my schedule being what it is, I've honestly never really played too many games as a crew. I just don't have a whole lot of time to even play games by myself each day, much less coordinate my schedule with 3 friends to play through a GTA Online heist. The only other option was to try and play through the heists with randoms, and that just was not gonna happen. That was not gonna happen. It just wasn't gonna happen. And so I asked myself, why can't Rockstar just let us complete the heists solo? At least give us the option. I don't even mind if you received a higher payout if you played as a group, or if it was easier if you played through it as a group. Just an option to play solo. That's all I ask. In 2015, they said no. Then in 2017, they said no. And in 2019, they said no. But finally, in 2020, Rockstar came to their senses. I will always remember the year 2020 for one defining event. The world changed forever when Rockstar made GTA Online good. At long last, my dreams finally came true. With the Cayo Perico Heist, not only do we get another awesome fleshed out heist filled with prep missions, options, cutscenes, story, and even Dr. Dre, but we also finally get to leave Los Santos and travel to an all new location, the island of Cayo Perico. There also happens to be a rave going on, and I do love me some video game raves. The new house music regularly being added to the game is legit really good, and Rockstar has been going hard promoting all of this new music they're licensing for the game. I love the fact that all of these EDM DJs are being incorporated into the world of GTA Online. It adds a lot of life to a world that can feel kind of flat with your player character being a mute and everything. This island rave is pure vibes. So we have a brand new location, an interesting story, and great music. But the fun doesn't end there. For the very first time, Rockstar is allowing us to tackle this new heist completely solo. No having to grind it out with randoms. No having to coordinate a playdate with a group of friends in order to make some reasonable money in GTA Online. At long last, there is a great solo method for making a decent amount of cash in GTA Online that doesn't involve doing weird, shady, glitchy stuff or going into a solo server and grinding deliveries. As I mentioned, your ultimate payout is going to depend on how you tackle all of the prep missions and how thoroughly you decide to rob the island of all its treasures. Rushing the entire process as quickly as possible, you're looking at an easy $1.1 million at the very least, which is pretty great given the time investment. If you really optimize your route, get some good RNG for your primary target, and know exactly what to do when it comes to grabbing some of those secondary targets, suddenly you could be looking at around $1.5 million in profit from the Cayo Perico heist, all solo. It took me a couple of full runs, but eventually you start to memorize the entire process from start to finish. You could start doing it faster and faster, and it becomes easier and easier. Of course, this is all compounded by the fact that the entire process can be done solo. Not only do you make all this money solo, you're also able to practice the thing solo without having to rely on others. And so for the first time in GTA Online's 7+ year history, I feel truly rewarded for grinding a single aspect of the game, getting really good at it, and then rinsing and repeating the entire cycle for profit. At this point, I cruise through all the prep missions and the heist itself, and it feels really good. A satisfying reward for a fun, lengthy, and well-developed gameplay experience. Perhaps best of all for longtime GTA Online players, Playing the Cayo Perico Heist solo is just an option. If you want to play through the heist with your crew as you have all the other heists, of course, you could do that too. All I ever wanted was the option, Rockstar. And lo and behold, it looks like a ton of people shared those thoughts exactly because as per Rockstar, more than half of everyone who finished the new heist did so solo. It's almost as if a ton of players have always wanted this, and we should have been able to complete heist solo since they were introduced in 2015. Reflecting on this update as a whole, I'm very optimistic for the future of GTA Online. The truth is, I can never really make much progress with a potential GTA Online simple guide video. The question was always straightforward. What is the primary goal in this game, and how can you reach it as quickly and easily as possible? The answer, not so much. While Red Dead Online doesn't have this problem, the major roadblock for GTA Online was the heavy reliance on other players to make any kind of significant progress when it comes to making cash and RP. Not to mention the fact that the most interesting content the mode had to offer required playing in a group. It would just be too difficult to simplify the process for, well, a simple guide. But now with Cayo Perico, everything changes. For solo players, there is now a clear goal. Get to that heist and grind that heist. And so I look forward to making my very first GTA Online simple guide video very soon, and it's all thanks to the Cayo Perico Heist. As we look forward, I suspect future content updates will also lean heavily towards solo play after the success of Cayo Perico. Also, you have to imagine the next-gen release of GTA 5 will coincide with the next big GTA Online content update. I mean, it only makes sense if they want everyone to, triple dip? Quadruple dip? And so that's really gonna wrap it up for today, because now I need to get started on that GTA Online simple guide. The Cayo Perico Heist is all I ever wanted from GTA Online DLC, and it's amazing it's taken this long to finally deliver on that dream I've had since 2013. A brand new location to explore and play through, that patented Rockstar writing and storytelling, fun new characters, and a deep and satisfying heist that can be completed from start to finish by a single player, resulting in a really solid payout by the end. It's great stuff, and honestly, I haven't been this excited about GTA Online in a very long time. If you like this video and want to see more GTA content, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Next time, I'll be taking a closer look at the expanded and enhanced next-gen release of GTA 5 and go over what I hope to see with this upcoming re-release of the game. I'll also have new Red Dead and Cyberpunk videos coming very soon, so look forward to that as well. But until next time, thanks so much for watching, everyone, and take care.